Artemis is being silly. She can smell. Oh god, why are there 18 people watching me right now? Alright, we're back here, guys. What do you mean a hooker? Artemis is searching for that pie. It's called The Bride. Oh yeah, for people who aren't aware, we are back to we were about to hear a spooky story from the spirit. The bride, or technically I suppose the fiance. One winter, a young couple decided the next spring they would be married. Sorry for sneezing.
Cat abuse bringing in viewers.
No, there's no cat abuse. Artemis! Look at this. Artemis? What? Down. Down. Thank you. Can you believe her? The two were madly in love and could not wait for the snow to melt so they could join in matrimony and unite their souls for eternity. Per the latest bridal trends, they decided to have their wedding ceremony at the edge of the woods by a beautiful shabby chic farmhouse.
She is beefing that P-Cat up how someone get help.
What the fuck does that even mean, Derp? I've eaten now, where's my trickster? He's not here yet. We're playing this while the pie bakes. Together they spent months planning the details of the wedding. The two created invitations, figured out seating arrangements, and tasted 100 cakes before settling on the perfect one. They chose the likhoi, by the way. So fancy. When it came time to figure out the decorations, however, the bride, or the fiancée, I guess, since she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead and set their style. After all, her boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and open-toe sandals for pretty much their entire relationship, so he was definitely not to be trusted. Who's that a jab against? Is there a character that like only wears cargo shorts and open-toe sandals? I'm trying to think. Having decided on such a lovely natural setting for the ceremony, the fiancée decided that she would create unique floral arrangements from the local wildflowers that surrounded the farmhouse. Artemis! Artemis, what are you eating? Oi! Oh, I see, there's some butter in here. There's like a little bit of the cinnamon butter left in the sink.
I'm cooking steaks. How does everyone want them cooked? Midnight
medium.
gets the smallest one because they're only 2 feet tall.
What? I want the biggest steak, and I want it cooked to be medium. Oh, I just realized that it didn't switch back to show the cat. Artemis is in the sink again. You want yours burnt, Kranos? As soon as the sun rose on the first day of spring, she set off into the woods. Each day she spent hours mapping out where the best blooms could be found and prepared to pick them herself the morning of the wedding so that they'd be at the height of their freshness and beauty. I don't want it raw, I want it medium. Enamored with the incredible variety of flowers in the woods she surveyed, the fiancé, since they had not yet been married, became obsessed with knowing just how many there were so that she could choose the absolute best. When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, the fiancée told her husband-to-be that she had one final errand before the wedding. Excited for the ceremony to come, she dressed in her beautiful, I find beautiful and dressed. In her beautiful white gown, set off into the woods to gather flowers. Flowers! I can speak! Treading carefully, she followed her route, selecting only the best stems and collecting them in a basket. However, when she came upon a once familiar clearing, something was not as she expected. Somehow, it was more beautiful now than it had ever been before, and just on the edge of her view was a new bush filled with blossoms so vibrant and colorful she began dizzy just looking at them. But the fiancée ignored her sudden spell and pressed ahead, scooping up flower after flower, and every time she did, she noticed further ahead, and possibly even more beautiful blossoms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of spring air, the fiancée crept farther and farther into the woods, until she turned a corner, stepped over a mossy fallen tree trunk, and realized she had been here before. But this wasn't the clearing she remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripe, decaying, falling from their stems into festering moldy piles on the floor. Don't burn down my doors! I do need them! Where bees had been, now only flies buzzed. Where the scene of flowers had once intoxicated her, the odor of mildew now made her sick. She turned and looked back, but the path was dark. Into a shadowy glen she walked and walked and walked. That day, as guests gathered at the farmhouse, the fiancé was nowhere to be seen. Her friends, family, and love began to look for her, but to no avail. They searched the pasture, the tree line, and into the forest, but there were no beautiful wildflowers or young lovers to be seen. Just old dead trees, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. The fiancé stayed a fiancé for eternity, always wandering looking for fresher blooms to clip, but never finding them. Distracted by a never-ending search for perfection, unable to see that you are loved for who you are. Out there all alone. I thought it was beautiful and sad, just like someone we know. That was story time! A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. She can't even reach the door. What do you mean? You think it's Artemis? Artemis! Bitch! You! Hey! Down! Down! Gosh. Nice quick scene swap. Thank you. Also, I have chocolate with me. I'm gonna eat some chocolate. Artemis is angry, Raze. What do you think? When you think it's the end, the sequel almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more fan of the episodic style of storytelling. What do you mean no chocolate? I'm eating the chocolate. Fuck you. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off an individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, Midnight, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. You're gonna be a good girl now, Artie. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic Twilight moment. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trap. You know that we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen? Okay, you have fun tonight and try not to wink wink end up dead. Why do you say the word wink wink out loud, and what kind of double entendre are you getting at with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking, not since the accident. And you do know that all these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill accounts, right? Well, except for Spirit. She really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear somebody trash-talking Spirit? Deal me in. What do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this bod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes? Shut up, Trapper. No one likes you. Please, enough talk of burns, things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we turned and ran as far away from this place as we could, just you and me? On those spindly legs, you'd probably tire before you got too far. If it's running away to someplace more secluded, midnight is after, they should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice and it's completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all that. Thank you, Spirit. I all tabbed and thought Spirit was a motorcycle owner owned by Trapper for his— what the fuck? What the fuck, darkness? Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on or just me? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us, maybe we could all move on with our lives, or, you know, special projects we might have going. You heard him, who will it be to hit off with for an evening activity? I'm just saying, you may not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murderer's Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either, but with this streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, it's pretty much all that wasn't taken. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because of that. No, Trickster! Spirit? Oh, you picked me. Yay. Why is she so unenthusiastic? Sorry, that was rude of me. I despise phoniness, so I should be honest with you. You make for interesting company, and I love the idea of winning over these other killers at all costs, even when I hate the game and the prize, but I had a long day. Exploding, subverting expectations, grinding my teeth as I imagine sweet, sweet revenge. It takes a lot out of me. So don't stop bringing your A game, alright? It might seem like I hate everything and getting to really know who I am is an impossible task not worth trying, but too bad. You won't know unless you search deep inside yourself and bring everything you've got. Or just say the exact right thing at the right time and melt my cold heart in an instant. I don't know the rules here any better than you do. See you at the bar, I guess. You arrive at the bar to find Dwight and Claudette both holding cocktail shakers, surrounded by a bevy of bottles for assorted boozes. Who's ready to get wasted? Well, I don't drink, so not me. Really don't drink, ever? Is that like because it will just fall out of a hole in your stomach thing, or... I don't drink alcohol because alcohol is poison in the body and the mind. I don't need to act like a fool to have a good time. Thank you, Spirit! Spirit understands me. I understand her perfectly. Thank you, Spirit. Eat this chocolate. And why do you choose a mixology lesson as your romantic nighttime activity? Everyone knows this kind of day is just an excuse to get loaded up on booze and make terrible decisions. It's true, not a single person has ever learned anything of one of these things. Right, that's not true. You learned how to tie a cherry knot in a stem using only your tongue. Whoa, whoa, who ordered the soda with a splash of my private business? Because that's off menu. Well, I know what I'm drinking to forget tonight. Mixology is a real thing and it doesn't require alcohol to be interesting. I'll have you all know that I worked at a restaurant before I was violently executed. By your father. On whom you will have your bloody vengeance. Right, well, so be it. How about you, Midnight? Do you drink? I stay sober! I get the impression that tonight will be a night I want to remember perfectly, so I'm going to pass on the alcoholic drinks. Here! Alcohol's a false escape. Besides, it's not like sober people can't have fun. Thank you, Spirit! I had issues with people back in university about that. I appreciate Spirit very much. More chocolate. You watch as Spirit picks up a plump cherry and roughly stabs a little plastic sword through it. Cherry juice splatters everywhere and its little fruity guts flop out in his Spirit's lap. Oopsie! Am I supposed to be able to do something with that? One of the upsides of wearing black can hardly show stains. No take backsies. So lovebirds, what drink shall we make? Ooh, one of these two for sure. Would she like a Bloody Mary better? I think dark and stormy. Dark and stormy. How about a dark and stormy drink for my dark and stormy date? Ah, she liked it! That's so cute! Please allow us to demonstrate how a dark and stormy is made. First, rum, or in this case, rum extract and a bit of apple juice is poured over ice. And then fresh ginger beer is added in, garnished with a lime wheel. And drink, the end. Do you think you're up for the challenge of replicating this recipe, Midnight? Replicating rum substitute and ginger beer over ice? Don't forget the lime wheel! Rum substitute ginger beer over ice with a lime wheel. I'm sure I appreciate your tone, but yes, you got it. You're a natural, a sassy natural. You and Dwight might have more in common than...
Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy?
Wow, Dirk. Interrupting. Artemis? Down. She wasn't in camera view that time. Spirit seems to be in a lovely mood as she sips her dark and stormy. She's not even rolling her eyes at your petty behavior. On cue, a literal dark storm begins to make its way in front of the ocean. You taste your own dark and stormy as you watch the clouds approach. It's quite refreshing. Isn't this fun? Honestly, it's the most drama-free fun I've had since I got here. And since you picked a simple but delicious drink, we've got plenty of time left to relax. What? You breathe in a sip of your drink and immediately begin coughing before you can get a yes out. Lightning strikes a palm tree on the beach and immediately starts a fire. The activity ends abruptly as Claudette and Dwight usher the two of you away from the bar. I like that expression on Spirit. I like her startled, terrified expression. It's hilarious. The gang's all together again on the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was? Boy, feels like I've been here a lot longer than that actually. It's so late that the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so that you can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the internal damnation or perpetual narratordom. Good thing you've really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the gang, the brain, the mogul, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl. You know, the 4 types of people. Anyway, everyone is gathered on the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pitch your dream date and see who Midnight chooses. Who's ready for a round robin? How round are we talking? No, not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about their dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Trapper, why don't you go first? You think you deserve it, even if the case is a subtle dig. Stop talking. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable not only in polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event, and also the larger meta-narrative of Dead by Daylight dating experience? Sometimes you just gotta say it. Why yes, thank you, I'd love to. So Midnight, you're thinking of picking me. Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished and rewarded. Tomorrow will suck, probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with, I know that. But I can tell you this much, finding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement? Excuse me? If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it, and if not, you're a maggot. Everyone, even confident sexy ladies in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht. Great, Huntress, why don't we take it from... Trapper has a fucking secret about Dead by Daylight, what the fuck? Tomorrow morning I'm planning on a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing, I'd go away. Then, boy oh boy, I've got such an adventure plan. It involves hunting for treasure. What treasure are we looking for? Guess you'll have to pick me to find out. Let me tell you, it's primo stuff. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to start preparing, because it's clear already that you're going to pick me. Oh my god, what if it was the third escape secret? And apparently it specifically involves Trapper. Confident, mysterious, I like it. It has spirit. Figuratively, damn it, Dwight. You gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow you'll spit in the face of God, die, and be reborn anew. That's it. If you're not intrigued with that, I don't want you. Go draw a crayon art with Trapper, or dig up whatever mysteries with Wraith. I don't know what those guys go do all day. You want to at least specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay then, so hydrate tonight if you intend to hang with Spirit. Sorry, anyway, Wraith. Well, I don't know, I'd really prefer to just tell Midnight privately. I don't really know how that's gonna work with these game mechanics. But if you just whispered it to Midnight. She is so goth. I love her. I love her too.
Spirit is so goth, I love it.
Wraith considers this for a long moment. Too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow we'll have to find my bell. And then I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. It's gonna be really special. The kind of thing where we will really bond. Maybe finally get off this island. And maybe then we can go on a real date. How do I deal with these speech bubble things? You done? Is that it? Wraith nods, proud. And time's up, everyone. Gosh, I'll need to dream about these options so you're ready to choose in the morning. Now go dream about all these swoon-worthy options so you're ready to make a choice come dawn. Have a swell night. Did you two forget to mention something? Haha, oh gosh, how could we forget? Before you run to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality survival dating competition parody would be complete without singling out one of our contestants who's already teetering on the edge of a psychological break, and giving them a little push. Hold on. It's just been a survival dating competition parody this entire time and I'm just now finding out about it? Mom, the signs were there, you just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island. It's now time to eliminate one of the killers. It's like a butchering, but it hurts even worse. You can't kill a killer, but you can break their heart. Do you dare to even try? You mean... That's right, tomorrow one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? Why? Because it's dramatic? Because it's surprising? Because it's a classic reversal of fate? It will hurt someone's feelings! Someone dangerous! What's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. I kinda wanna remove Huntress. Her date sounded like the least interesting. That being said, at least you'd see him coming. Spirit can be anywhere. She floats, and I hear she can disappear. Hard to track. Get rid of Wraith, he might cry, and although I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable, it just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Huntress, she might pretend to be okay with it, but then you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy you, boss. So which sociopath are you eliminating? I'm kind of worried Trapper's gonna kill me if I eliminate him. I feel like I want to eliminate Huntress. Trapper had a cool secret, he said. I'm gonna eliminate Huntress. Achievement unlocked, goodbye Huntress. I know you all want me to get rid of Trapper, but I got rid of Huntress.
Trapper.
I hate to get rid of anyone, mostly because you all scare me so much, but also because it just doesn't seem fair. But life's not fair, is it? With her strong arms that could probably hurl me back to the mainland, a face no one has ever seen, a tragic backstory she loves to bring up whenever there's a break in the conversation.
All 4 are killers
Huntress, I'm
though.
describing you. This hurts, but I have to eliminate you. Phew, honestly, this is a bit of a relief for me. I don't have to constantly try to impress you. It's been exhausting. Tonight, the fancy attire is coming off and the sweatpants are going on. Tomorrow, I think I'll stand in the ocean and catch salmon with my bare hands. Yeah, I said bare hands. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should go get some shut-eye. Don't worry too much about the broken heart you've left behind. I mean, Hunter shouldn't seem that concerned. Because, of course, they'll be receiving a consolation prize. They might not get to go home with Midnight if this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right, we're sending our eliminated player home with... Oh my god! The mostly new trick... What do you mean mostly new? Trickster body pillow. Next best thing to the real trickster. It might not hug you back, but it definitely won't try and stab you. And how do we know? Because I've tried it. That's right, it's Dwight tested. Claudette approved. I hope you sleep well tonight, Midnight. You're my hero for what you've accomplished. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you've done? Not because of the guilt, I mean knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. I don't think she hates me. She seemed pretty happy that I rejected her. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't think Darkness wanted to watch Hooked on You too much because he's planning on playing it himself. It's a used trickster body pillow. I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. Put you to sleep themselves. You know those two. Schedule, schedule, schedule. Wow, what a crazy way to end the day. An elimination? I didn't even know it was that kind of game. Check in with everyone, especially our loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. Huntress's eyes are filled with anguish. The bunny ears on her mask have drooped. It is as I feared. I am a wild animal, an unlovable beast of the forest. I shall diminish and go into the east and remain the Huntress. I thought Spirit was the emo one. I don't really know what's happening here. I honestly haven't been paying attention. Oh, Midnight? Sorry, I forgot. I'm focusing on other things, more important things. One way or another, it won't be here for much longer. What are these speech bubbles? I want to know. How would I say things are going? It's a matter of perspective. Midnight's goal is to impress me. Things are going poorly. But if Midnight's goal is to get themselves killed, they're doing an amazing job. Did I think there was a chance I might get eliminated? Yeah, I did. Do I care if I got eliminated? Not even a little. Does the volume of words I spend talking about how much I don't care about things signify a deeper yearning within me to be seen, heard, and validated by those around me? No. Trickster! What? No, you're not part of this. You don't get a confessional. It's cool, man. I'm not part of anything, you feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low budget, old school marketing vibes. Not gonna lie, I kind of wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd definitely be down with a reality show style dating competition with survival elements. But I got my new album, upcoming tour, finalizing the new sneaker line, producing a limited series of my life, starting a new social media NFT crypto app, and doing these private gigs over on IP Island. My dudes, you gotta come check it out. IP Island is dope. It's where all the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama. Lawyers, take a hike. I'm gonna tell everyone that Trickster said that about them, don't worry. Talking your favorite established characters from all over pop culture that can't be seen on this island. Hell, you probably can't even mention them, like Ghostface. Don't you say it! Look, we get it, you're very popular in demand, but we have a game to get back to and I don't want to get sued. Ghostface. Come on! Whatever, I don't even care, I'm the Trickster. See you around, Midnight, you too, narrator. I have a name, you know. It's Darkness. You do? Yeah, seriously, they do not pay me enough to deal with you people. Is it my turn? What? No, it's not your turn. You're sentient water. How are you even sitting in that chair? What's a chair? The thing, you're getting all wet. Now it's gonna smell like mildew. Okay, rude. Bye, let's just get this over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do your check-in. Check-in? I was just looking to the bathroom. Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left. It's okay. Never mind. Never mind? What does that mean? No, not you two. This wasn't meant to be a confessional time for literally every character in this game. It's okay, we don't have to confess anything. We've just been working our asses off for 2 days straight and wanted to sit down somewhere. Winter Pup, hello, hello! How's it going? This chair is wet. Yeah, I think the Ocean just peed on it. How is that? You know what? I don't care. You two are looking pretty pleased with yourselves. I've got something to confess. Oh great, what's it gonna be? You ate glue in the 2nd grade? You cheated on an algebra test once? Watching Huntress get eliminated was the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain that is my life that I've even felt a modicum of joy! Oh my god, Dwight. Every minute that I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, the sun, these sweet sugary drinks. Sounds fun for a long weekend, but for an eternity? The unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls is like a crescendoing song of evil that makes me question the very foundation of the universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? What kind of sentient being would do this? Please erase me from this existence. Make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment. Let my soul be free. And please, please get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get you to bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I'll have to wake up. I'm good, Winterpup. How are you? Yikes, huh? That was a weird way to end. Oh well, what are you gonna do? You let the camera roll long enough, someone is bound to say something crazy. Anyway, it seems like everyone had their shot to annoy me tonight, so hit the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow's gonna be a doozy. Soft sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. Also, you're using a killer crab as a pillow, which is sort of okay with. Was that you don't know about the killer crabs? Oh right, you didn't go on that hunter state. You really missed out. It was thrilling, or I guess it would have been. You had to play the game again to get that reference, I suppose. Put on your beach attire and splash water on your face. Waiting for Claudette approach. Is that look on their faces excitement? Terror? You notice your stomach flutters with butterflies. Someone's in love. Or you've been infected with zombie butterflies in your sleep. It has happened here before, but it's probably the love thing. It's time! Claudette gestures over to the beach where the killers all stand, flanked by tiki torches. It's a scene very reminiscent of a TV show you used to hate watch with your ex. Suddenly the message is clear. You're going to declare your affections for a killer in front of several other killers. Hey, isn't Trickster supposed to be here? We paid him good money to make some half-assed cameos in the show. I'm gonna chew his agent out. Before they walk you over for your big moment. Don't think we haven't noticed how kind you've been to- Can I date Claudette Dwight? Can't be easy being thrown onto a mysterious island for seemingly no reason, surrounded by terrifying killers. Trying to imagine- I need to save, and I need to date them as well. Easy being thrown to a mysterious island for seemingly no reason, surrounded by terrifying killers trying to manage your primal impulses. Murder and making out. You've kept a cool head and treated us, your friendly island host, with dignity and respect, so don't tell anyone we told you this, but Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorially. Just a little hint for you going forward, don't try to go all the way with a killer who isn't into you. Relationships are a two-way street, and if you don't have a green light in the other direction, you might end up in the friend zone. Friend zone? That doesn't sound so bad. Where do you think you are exactly? Dead by Daylight doesn't do friends. There are killers and there are survivors. I'm afraid we can't say more. Okay, so who's into me? Then Dwight look around conspiratorially again. Well, you and Ray sure were awkwardly hanging out yesterday, huh? Not many people can get him to open up, but you somehow managed it. Are you ready? Of course you're not, but too bad. We're on a schedule. Wait, is only Wraith into me? Do I have to date Wraith? So, I gotta check on the pie. I think the pie's done. Guys, I think the pie might be done. Give me a second. Ow! Fuck! Ow! Burnt myself. Ow! 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 My arm. Oh, that hurt. Ow. Ah. Oh, that hurt. Hurt. I'm gonna check if the bottom of the pie is done. Bottom of the pie does not look done. I think I'm gonna put the pie in for a bit longer. If it can go in longer though. We're gonna put it in for another 5-10 minutes. I just feel like the bottom of the pie is gonna be soggy.
Alright, here you all go. Midnight's medium gives Midnight a medium small steak. Medium rare for Derp hands Derp his large steak. Burnt well done for Karayunos hands them a piece of the charcoal I pulled off the bottom of the grill. And finally raw tartar for Darkness hands them steak tartar pre-cut.
Nice, thank you, Mythic. I think I just burnt my arm. I put the pie back in for another 10 minutes. So I don't think the bottom of the pie is done. You make your way back over to the row of hotties, clenched right, stand off to the side, hands behind their backs. It's been quite the 48 hours, but there are clearly sparks in the air, and I'm not just talking about this rusty chainsaw, though I do recommend staying away from those sparks.
First degree burn?
Yeah, I like accidentally hit my arm against the pan that the pie's on for like a second. Time for a newcomer to confess their love. Wait, I have to do a drum roll for this. No, you don't, but who cares? Midnight, who do you choose for your solo date? Can we at least do the flower thing? Dwight, I thought we agreed to keep that between us. No, not that flower thing. The thing where the suitor gets a flower as a symbol of the contestant's love and affection. Is it blistering?
Is it blistering?
Maybe? I don't know. What is technically does blistering? I don't get hurt much. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know how to tell. It's like red. It's red. No, there's no small bumps. It's just red.
Are there small bumps?
Oh, right, I suppose, but no roses. They're such a cliche at this point. That's good, because I tried to pick a rose, but I got ouches, so I settled for these. Pretty flowers. Beautiful. You've done good, Dwight. This is a lovely bouquet. I hope Dwight saves some of those for Claudette. They're a thing, right? You're doing that vibe too? Just me? Sorry. You've got other things to think about right now. Midnight, who do you select to receive these flowers and spend the day with you today? I did run it under some cool water. Oh, should I put lotion on it? I can go put some moisturizer on it. I've got like a Vaseline moisturizer because my forehead gets a little dry.
You will live. It's only a first degree burn, probably.
I'm just gonna put a little bit of moisturizer on it. There we go. Just put a little bit. I ran it under cool water right when it happened, and then put a little moisturizer on it now. I'm sure it'll be fine. It just hurts. I don't have bandages that are big enough. I only have really small bandages for small cuts. It'll be fine though. I want Spirit! Approach Spirit, peering below the brim of her impressively large hat and into her haunting eyes. Spirit, since I met you, I've been enchanted by your presence. You've challenged me to be a better person and resisted the urge to show me the sharp end of your katana. For that, I thank you. I'm ready to take our relationship to the next level. And we shall, up to the eye of the dark storm that is our reality, to the lantern room of the Black Lighthouse. Ooh, we're going to the Black Lighthouse! Time to see what you're made of, Midnight. Aw, shit! Why are we on a yacht? I thought it might be nice to start the day out on Trapper's yacht before we head to the Black Lighthouse. Even if I kind of hate this basic tropical vacation stuff like yachts and snorkeling or whatever, it's good for you to see me in the sun a little bit, at least. There's more to me than just what you've already gotten to experience. I know that my whole vibe can be a little dark. The hat, the swimsuit, the plume of floating hair. This wasn't always who I was. I was a normal young woman once, went to school, hung out with friends, even had a part-time job working in a restaurant in town. And then, well, I know what happened. Your father, he murdered me and I woke up as an undead Avenger. That's not what I'm getting at. Something else happened to me. I realized I needed to be seen. I don't even know by whom. A lot of time you think about ghosts or these kind of see-through flickering specters. You imagine reaching out and having your hand hook right through them. Ooh, like that sort of thing. Maybe there's some warpy effect on the world, like around you. I don't know. Depends on which movie you're watching. When I died, well, I dare you to try and reach your hand through me. Not really. That's not an invitation. It's rhetorical. Why did I end up this way? Who brought me here to this island? Who knows? I sure don't. I got my ideas, but I'm not exactly out there digging around in caves or dusting up antiques and trying to find clues and analyze their meanings. I do want to take this experience seriously, though. I want to give the process a chance. It may be a dumb process and one that I'll have extremely little respect for as a person. But you just woke up on this beach with no memory of who you are or where you came from, and rather than freak out and simply try to swim away, you're giving this a chance. I actually didn't know that swimming away was an option. It's not. However, the fact that you never even tried, I think that means you've got courage, or an open mind, or, I don't know, maybe you stuck around because you like someone you've met here? Maybe. While the two of you were getting all deep and philosophically flirty, the yacht pulled up to the shore next to the Black Lighthouse. Last stop, everybody off! There are other stops? Oh no, not on this trip of your life. Spirit rolls her eyes and leaves for the shore. Just messing with ya. This was the only stop. Nobody here is really looking out for our fun, so we have to make it ourselves. But no, there are no other stops. Seriously, go. Race you to the poop deck, Dwight. The ship doesn't even have a poop deck. Oh, it will. As you disembark, you see Dwight and Claudette run giggling across the ship. Too bad you can't date those two. They seem like they know how to have a good time. I was hoping I could. You arrive at the beach near the majestic Black Lighthouse, with imposing form towers above you. A flock of birds circle lazily, no sense of fear or urgency, as if circling a corpse that hasn't moved in ages. I'm excited about today, see? Spirit places her wrist delicately in your hand and presses your fingers against her skin. It's cool to the touch, but you feel, is that the faintest of pulses? My blood is absolutely pumping. So what happens now? Now I show you something that no one has ever seen up close before. Well, no one who has lived to tell about it. We're going there. Spirit points to the top of the lighthouse, amongst the circling birds. It's actually up there. Have you seen it? Oh my god, Wraith! Give me the hydrate, Howl. I will hydrate. Hey y'all, how's everyone doing today? Hi, Wraith. You sure seem chipper today. Something strange is definitely going on with this guy. Well, something else strange, something different than what's usually going on. Wraith takes a deep breath, sucking in the ocean air like it's the greatest air that's ever been sucked. Midnight, thank you. Thank you for choosing anyone else to go on a date with today. Alone again, forever. This is how I was meant to be. I feel alive. Are you done? We're kind of, on that date you just mentioned. I'm glad you're feeling better, Wraith, but like she said, we're in the middle of something. You mind? Oh, right. So what you doing? Heading up at the eye of the lighthouse? I love it up there. You can really see the whole island from there. In fact, Spirit, I thought you said no one has been up there and lived to tell about it, but that sounds exactly like telling about it. Technically, I don't think Wraith counts as being alive. I mean, I don't maintain the canon, but Spirit waves her arms and raises from head to toe. And if he's not dead now, he's gonna be when I punish him for interrupting our date. Hey now, we can solve our problems without our hair floating up into menacing shapes. We'll just be over here, running away. Enjoy the view! I think Grace was kidding about the whole being up there. Honestly, the view isn't even of the island. What you can see is mostly ocean on account of being, a lighthouse. However, that does bring up the interesting point. Regarding your, how do I say it? Spirit's hand flows out as she scratches her head contemplatively. But you should see her at a loss for words like this. What's your mortal status? Because despite what our likely friends seem to think, the lighthouse is not to be trifled with. It's a beacon of death and suffering that brings doom to it from all corners of the world, if not further. Well, duh, you saw freaking pirate ships seemingly travel through space and time only to crumble at the rocks beneath this spooky tower. You decide not to point it out because that wouldn't be too romantic, now would it? I think I'm alive. I'm here with you, walking this beach, feeling the water on my feet, feeling the sun on my skin. Here with me, the spirit. Does that really make you alive? I guess I don't know. You come with me into the eye of the Black Lighthouse, you may never return. Is that a risk you're willing to take? Because we have something. I don't deny it. I feel it. I'd hate for you to simply turn to ash. If we were to commit right here and now to figuring this out as friends, we could put off that risk for another time. Just be friends? Ouch. Is this her way of letting you down easy? I don't know if I want that friendship. I want you. That's why I chose you. I can't decide this for you. I can only warn you that it may not be safe. You might die up there and there's nothing I can do about it. We're gonna go up and maybe die! But first I'm gonna double check on the pie and make sure it's not burning. It needs to come out. Alright, I'm hoping that pie's done. I'll show you guys. Show it to you guys later. We'll let it cool for a little bit. I'm gonna finish this date with Spirit and then we'll show you guys how the pie looks. You take a deep breath and think about every particle of sea air as it travels into your body and fills your lungs. Maybe the last time you have such a thought, but you feel strangely at peace with that information. I don't need another friend. I want something more. I'd risk my life for it. Spirit smiles a quirky, devilish smile. Right this way. What's gonna be up in this lighthouse, guys? Inside the lighthouse, it's almost pitch black. It was seemingly day when you stepped through the door, but inside the place is like a void. The last thing you see is the final rays of sun leave you as a horrible sight, a petrified body laying on the stairs, reaching not up, but down, as if it had been crawling. Watch your step! The things we do for love. Damn. You arrive in the lantern room at the top of the Black Lighthouse. You breathe a sigh of relief. The light is out and seemingly defunct. Dust cakes the room as though it hasn't been operated in a century. However, somehow, it was just morning a moment ago, but now it's night? What do you mean a moment ago? We've been standing here looking out over the ocean all day. I really enjoyed the peaceful time together with you, taking in the view, standing in complete silence for hours. It was kind of my perfect date. Really? I don't remember that. I just called it the perfect date. You can't be bothered to remember it? What kind of game are you playing with me? I want to remember it, just for some reason my mind is completely blank. But hey, I'm not dead. Or you're already dead and have been this whole time. That's true. Maybe we'll never know. It doesn't look like the light is working. When turned off, the light has a power to it. The massive lens refracts moonlight through itself. A subtle sparkle that has a hypnotic effect. Maybe that's where the day went, staring into this light as the sun fell and the moon rose. Thanks for spending the day with me. I really had a good time. That's it? Don't get me wrong, this is really cool and all. I guess I don't know what I expected. I suppose if you thought you were walking to your death and nothing happened, it might feel a bit anticlimactic. Sorry. Anyhow, it's time to go. Here, let me just flip on the light for the staircase so it's easier to get down. The stairs look pretty dark. Maybe the spirit is interrupted by a strange hum. And then it becomes frighteningly clear to you that the switch wasn't for the stairs, it was for the main lantern. A lantern that now begins to power up. The faintest smell of burning begins to reach up to your nose. Oopsie! Looks like maybe that switch wasn't for the stair lights at all. Now we see who is really alive and who is really dead, I suppose. It was bound to happen sooner or later. You slam your eyes closed, hoping that somehow not looking at the light itself will protect you. Not sure I see the logic in that, but if it is magic, it kind of defies logic. I want to see it, but well, I'm a little scared. Don't look directly into the light. Open your eyes and look only at me and I'll keep you safe. Okay, we're gonna look only at her. Only at Spirit. Are you okay? You seem okay. I hope I haven't ruined this by pushing you to do something you weren't meant to do. You're so brave, maybe not so coordinated, but certainly brave. I'm so lucky you put yourself through this for me. It shows that you're real. Despite your attempt to resist it. Hey! Did I get text from you? I'm streaming. Huh? Did you? What did you want? No, I made pie. But we have vanilla ice cream. Well, we have it, so don't worry about it. It just came out of the oven. I haven't showed it to chat yet. I'm worried the bottom's gonna be soggy, but the top looks good. It might. Look how nice it looks, though. Does it look good? Oh, I tried my best to burn myself.
Jesus is so needy.
Jesus is so needy, says Mythic! Damn. I'm dating Spirit right now. Despite your attempt to resist it, the incredible force of energy... Huh? Despite your attempt to resist it, the incredible force of energy from the lighthouse's lantern, I refuse to subside. No, it cannot be ignored, and it doesn't matter if you look directly at it or not. In the end, that was just a trivial game. This is real life and real magic. You stare at it now, and its power penetrates your mind. Hey, been a while. How are things? Doing good? Feeling more dead or more alive? Yeah, love will do that to a person. Don't worry, it'll make sense soon. Oh shit, you wait to hear Spirit's muffled voice. You've got a terrible taste in your mouth, like burnt hair. The air feels damp and smells like ash.
Spirit as a better significant other Jesus just gotta realize she is to die for.
Wow. Takes some time for the sound to clear up, but eventually Spirit's words start to make sense to you. However, it's clear she's talking to someone else, not to you. You know how sometimes people say it's not you, it's me? Well, this time it's you, and it's also me. I can't believe I thought you would change for me. I can't believe I thought you were doing was a sacrifice. You never gave anything up for me. Well, today I saw what love looks like, and it looks like a whole lot different than this. I don't think you're hearing me, which is weird, because I'm practically shouting. Nobody breaks up with Trapper. Nobody. Oh yeah? Fine. Nobody breaks up with Trapper, but I'm not doing that. I'm dumping. Don't say it. I'm dumping Evan McMillan, and there's nothing you or he can do about it. It's over between us, Evan. Why the fuck was Spirit dating Trapper? Trapper turns away from Spirit and looks directly at you. You realize you're laying on the ground in some weird tunnel. I think that your shouting woke up Midnight. Huh? No, Spirit and Trapper are breaking up. Apparently they were secretly dating. Yeah. My shouting. I'm sorry, I think I interrupted something very personal and also quite scary. I swear I wasn't trying to listen in, but I heard a lot. Probably not everything. I think I woke up in the middle. What did you hear? Just you dumping Trapper? We were never together! I mean, we were together, wink, wink, wink. I know you're wearing a mask, but we can see your eyes. You don't need to say wink, wink, wink out loud. Another reason I'm right to have dumped you. You did not. It was mutual. Jig is, as they say, up. They know you're awake now. You're gonna have to deal with this awkward situation head on. Clearly I shouldn't be here. You two are having a very personal conversation that I don't need to be involved in. I don't even know how I got here. Not here on this island or here in this creepy tunnel. As far as this island goes, your guess is as good as mine. As far as this tunnel goes, we brought you here. We? You and Trapper? But after the lighthouse light came on, you blacked out. On your way down, I thought you might have hit your head or something. It's hard to tell what blood is new or old around here. Either way, I wanted to get you someplace safe, and so I asked Trapper for help. Not that I can't carry you, I just didn't feel like it, you know? I hate anything messing with my shards. Trapper, on the other hand, he loves nothing more than having an unconscious body draped over his shoulder. I could have asked Claudette and Dwight for help, but I don't trust them. Do you trust Trapper? Like and trust are two different things. You might think Trapper could be a real jerk, and you'd be right, but you get what you see with him. We brought you down here because we're the only ones who know about this place. It's part of an old tunnel network that connects different places on the island. And yet Wraith is here. What's up, guys? Talking island mystery is my favorite topic. I was just in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd pop in. Trapper, you said this place was private. Don't look at me, I didn't tell him about it. Half of the appeal of this spot is getting away from people like him. Well, geez, I can see I'm not wanted. So you three a throuple now, or? Oh god. So I gotta say, I didn't really get the whole Trapper spirit thing, but hey, it's not my business. I don't stick my nose in it. We're not a thing. Nobody traps the Trapper, and with traps are with relationships. You do realize you're sticking your nose in our business right now, right? Wow, so hostile. If you don't want to talk about it, just say so. Anyway, this tunnel has some very interesting features. If you head about 50 meters down that way, you'll find... Get out! Wraith looks around just to be doubly sure the Trapper is addressing him. I was just leaving. The island is a lonely place, which is great for me. I love to be alone. Trapper, on the other hand, he's quite needy. After a lot of pursuit, I finally let him catch up to me. And became... well, I don't want to call it a relationship, because somebody really doesn't want to have that talk. But we are more than friends. I dispute the events as told, for the record. I don't pursue, I stalk, and I lie in wait. Seeing eye to eye was not one of the things we were good at. So I hate to ask, but I did just look into a refrigerator-sized death lamp, so I guess I'm more of a glutton for punishment than I thought. What were you good at? Well, for starters, excuse me, I'll take that question, thank you very much. If you know anything about me by now, is that I'm on a quest. For revenge. Exactly. What you might not know, Trapper, is that Trapper is a great classical maestro of revenge. Trapper blushes behind the mask. That's one way to compliment a killer. Revenge against friends who have turned their back and betrayed him. Revenge against his father for making him into a monster. Revenge against a barista who wrote Ewan on his cappuccino, knowing his name was actually Evan. For someone who thinks about revenge as much as I do, Trapper is an inspiration. They say to never date your heroes. Good advice, but I don't think that's the saying. And then you came along, Midnight. You showed me that it's okay to be lost, to feel pathetic, to push on when you have nothing real to offer anyone. I'm not sure where you got all that from, but okay. You held up a mirror to my own doubts and fears and showed me that they aren't everything about me. That I can embrace those things but not be defined by them. You showed me that life after death can be more than just an obsession with revenge and mind-blowing sex on the ground at dark cave in a dusty old tunnel. Trapper nudged you in the ribs with his elbow. Gross. Clearly appealing to Trapper's better features has been a winning strategy for dumping his ass. He seems to take it quite well.
You just got hella burned.
I got burned in real life as well, Mythic. This whole half-assed dating show parody thing, at first I thought obviously was a lame idea. What kind of moron thought there was an audience for this? Then we spent some time together and I realized there's something actually real here. And I don't want to give up on it. I don't want to give up on us. Listen, Midnight, while you were knocked unconscious by some minor head trauma like a total weakling, Spirit confided me that she has real feelings for you. I took it extremely well, naturally, because I trust her and value her opinions. It doesn't mean I trust you. If you want to get to her, you have to get through me first. By passing Trapper's Test TM, coming to Behavior TV, Sundays at 8 p.m. Welcome to Trapper's Test. Answer my questions correctly or die by my blade. Question 1. What is Spirit's real name? The one given to her by...
Boing Boing Senpai Mommy.
Wow. By her mother's father, but she only lets her real friends call her Rin. Okay, you got that one. Don't celebrate it. You just called her Rin earlier. Question 2. What lives inside Spirit? She called herself a dragon? Sure, everyone knows that. They won't be all this easy. Question 3. Where did Spirit work back when she was a normal college girl? Oh, the restaurant! I know... To think I would date a waitress. Don't tell my father I ever mingled with a help like that. He'd be so disappointed in me. Question 4. What's Spirit's favorite color? Black. Are these questions largely superficial? Sure. Maybe I don't get to know Spirit that well. Maybe that's why maybe that's why it didn't work out for us. Who knows? Question 5, the final question. You got this, Midnight. According to the Spirit, was worse than being dead. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god, I got it right. When I pitched Trevor's test to the Suits of Behavior TV, they told me there was no room in the budget for a new car to be given to the final prize for winning. Yeah, I was really worried I was gonna get that wrong there. So I killed them all right there on the spot. While killing them didn't solve any of the budget problems, I'm sure it'd feel good. I'm telling you this, A, to brag, and B, to explain why the only thing you're going to win is me saying congratulations for passing Trapper's test. Not that it was some huge challenge. I mean, the woman obsessed with a giant light that shines in the dark and a chip on her shoulder about being seen, go figure. Probably guessed, but rules are rules, even if I literally just made them up. You got it right. So I guess I approve of you dating Spirit, or whatever. I never really cared in the first place. I was just hoping you'd slip up and give me a good excuse to wet my blade with your blood. Maybe you'll find a reason tomorrow. For now, you two have fun. Wink, 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 Trapper out. I'm sorry you had to endure that. Wait, what, 5 measly questions? It was nothing. Not even that, as ridiculous and unnecessary as it was. The whole thing. The waking up in a round tunnel, the overhearing our argument, the news that Trapper and I had something going on, and that stupid quiz. All of it. Especially the whole Trapper out catchphrase. It's only because I actually like you. None of it would have happened if I didn't. And I like you too, Spirit. Please call me Rin. Rin. Oh, her name's Rin now. I didn't feel like our lighthouse experience was completed. There was something else I wanted to show you. Alone up in the lantern room of the tower. Get your mind out of the gutter, Midnight. It's not that kind of game. What's that? Hold on a moment. I'm being told. No, wait. It is that. What? Back up there with me? There's no place I'd rather. Am I gonna get fucking? Is this gonna be like? Wait. This isn't gonna be like nudity, is it? This the wait. This is that kind of game, is it? You're excited to return to the lantern room of the lighthouse, despite all the drama and worry that was previously part of. Please tell me there isn't. No. More importantly, you're excited to be there with Spirit, which makes all of it more crushing. You're interrupted by the arrival of Claudette and Dwight! Yay! Before that, though, should we show off the pie? Look at the beautiful pie!
It was just getting good, how dare.
I wanted to show off the pie quickly, because the pie was done! The pie is a lie, it's a live pie, it's not a live pie, it's a real pie. Thank you for the bits, Mythic. Claudette, Dwight, funny seeing you here. Wait, did I say funny? I meant tragic. Tragic? I don't think so. What could be tragic about a family reunion? Those are always joyous occasions in my experience. Before they can explain what it's even supposed to mean, the lighthouse begins to howl, a low, frightening sound. The lens begins to glow in a now familiar way. Prepare to shield your eyes in case something bad happens to you again. It wasn't the time for any reality show adjacent shenanigans. Dwight, Claudette, shield your eyes. We don't know what the lighthouse will. Now, please don't interrupt. You think after all this time, you'd know that we've got your best interests in mind. Wait, what? No, of course I don't know that. Go wax in your ears, friend. I asked you not to interrupt. Too late. The black light flares. In the darkness, you see something horrible and strange. In the place of Claudette and Dwight, there are 2 ghoulish silhouettes. Before you can focus on the light passes, and the 2 survivors have returned to their normal states. It's breezy up here. I should have packed a sweater. What in the hairy hell? Hey, watch that language. You shouldn't speak that way. Around your elders. Grandpa? My little Rin, you're such a woman now. They grow up so fast. What? Midnight, meet Grandpa Kazan Yamaoka. Well, technically not just Grandpa. Technically he's my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpa. A lot of greats just in a row. I haven't seen my little Rin since I watched over her from the afterlife when she was just a little girl. And I expect you all to say the greats. It's a matter of honor and respect. Except Rin, she can do whatever she wants, my precious little angel. You, when he stares at you with his demonic red eyes, you're pretty sure even the decorative third eye on his mask is looking at you. You mongrel, you must treat me with respect, or so help me I'll be cleaning bits of your head off of my Kanabo. Kanabo is like a metal baseball bat covered in spikes, FYI. I'm not sure what a peasant like you is to use a post to descend of the noble Yamaoka bloodline in the first place. Dirt, Claudine, explain what's going on to me. It's Dwight, sir, and Claudette. Remember, we explained to you that you were going to come meet with your great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter's suitor and to give her withhold your approval. 5 greats. Great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, sir. Your honor, master, sir. But he's a samurai, not a judge. Grandpa, they must have summoned you here because they think you have a great judgment, and because if they summoned my father, I'd be too distracted by torturing him for all of eternity to continue with the rest of the whatever this is. Show? Game? Experience? Yes, that makes sense. Only a man of my power and magnitude can help. Self-important. Much. Nice to meet you, Kazan. Only my friends and family call me Kazan. Those who tremble in fear of my presence call me Oni. You're seeing a serious resemblance to Trapper, and only the sheer size of the man that Oni is and also his attitude. Apparently Spirit is a type. You sure you can or want to measure up to that? Dawn see that, wait a second, maybe you do resemble Oni. Every time you've tried to look at your own reflection, however, you become dizzy and confused. This definitely deserves more thought, but oh damn, I look like Trapper, guys. You heard it here. Like a mix between Trapper and Oni. This definitely deserves more thought, but now's not the time to consider the fact that you might be some kind of hulking vampire with the first ever case of self-blindness. There's a massive samurai mad dogging you from 2 steps away. Well, you don't scare me at all, so I'll stick with Kazan. Peasant! I realize now the true purpose of my visit is to extinguish your light. And he waves his katana in the air at you menacingly, like great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, like great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter, apparently. Hold up there, Grandpops, not so fast. You're only supposed to kill them if they deserve it. First, you should get to know them a little better. Young people these days, always waiting to kill people, and switching them as deserve it. Back in my day, you did what needed to be done because your nobility depended on it. In his day, for such an imposing presence, he sure gives off serious old man yells at Cloud vibes. You see, when I was a young man, we didn't have foreigners in our land, didn't need them. We had an abundance of culture already. A little too much if you ask me, but I didn't make the rules. The rulers did exactly how it should be. Wow.
I
Well,
mean, it
Mythic.
makes sense. If that is the great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, women always tend to date their fathers. Even great-great-great-great-great-grandfathers.
That's gross. That's a Freudian thing that's wrong. Literature, art, commerce, theater, fashion, poetry, puppet shows, ghost stories, courtesans, gambling, fighting, fine dining, fast food, public institutions. What were we talking about? Spirit giggles at her great-great, okay, I'm not saying all those every time, and Oni's forgetfulness. You wonder, does she even like this guy? She sure hates her father, so... Listen up, old man, we don't have time for you to do make a list of every activity available to a samurai in the entirety of the Edo period. Silence, peasant! You're showing your ignorance. Samurai are forbade from many activities that didn't benefit the Bushido code. Such an attending such spiritual performances for entrance. Plans however, a samurai would put on a disguise in order to see their entertainment.
I agree with that, but TBH is often shown to be right in most relationships, so much that it is rare not to be true.
I think what they've shown more is that if you had a good parental figure, you're more likely to go after that. Because, like, your parents are kind of your, like, guide for how a relationship should be. But I think it sometimes depends on your relationship with your parents. Sometimes, however, a samurai would put on disguise in order to seek out entertainment. Now, I'm not saying that I did that because I had honor and a body built like an entire castle that is quite hard to hide. Clear, you have neither my honor nor my physique. You don't even know about the ins and outs of the shifting
So
rules of
does this
traditional
mean
Japanese samurai
Jesus isn't like your father?
He's not really. I mean, there's some similarities, but like not really.
Not to pry.
Rin, what would you want with such an uneducated admirer as this? I find it hard to believe that any contemporary person knows all that much about who was and wasn't allowed to do leisure activities over 100 years ago. However, you're really not sure how to handle this massive demonic old man. Oh wait, I get it. Sweet Rin, my beautiful descendant, you're inviting me here to do what you're too kind to do. Bash this jerk's head in. Claude, Doris, fetch my cannibal. Rin, wrap your rope around this mongrel's hands and hold them still. We'll squire their brains on the beach together as a family. Grandpa, no, that's not why I invited you here at all. In fact, I didn't invite you, Claudette and Dwight did.
This man is hella condescending. Kinda a red flag.
His face is kind of a red flag. Look how red it is. Aha, yes sure, wink wink wink. The whole saying wink out loud thing is getting out of hand. Him and Trapper really do have a lot in common, don't they? I swear, Midnight has a good soul and the heart of a warrior. They fought for my love in their own way, faced down death more than once, and put up with their fair share of nonsense. Nonsense which seems to be endless. Can we, I don't know, wrap this up already? Of course, of course. We might expect anyone to raid around for my approval. I've only been here, hanging out as a ghost and watching my bloodline be polluted by cowards and quitters for 5 generations. Just come give your ancestor-in-law a hug. Sword drawn only beckons you closer. There's no way he's ever hugged anyone in his entire life. I think I'm good over here, actually. Ran now. Push them my way and I'll split them in half. The sacrifice of this usurper to the Yamaoka bloodline will surely bring us back to life and set us back on the course of honor. You're so silly, Grandpa. We both know that only one sacrifice can get our family back on track. Revenge on my father, your great-great-great-great-grandson, traitor to the Yamaoka name. The lust for vengeance in your voice fills me with cheer. I'll never forget who I am. I suppose if this is the person you want to be with, go on your journey of bloody revenge with, I should trust your judgment. The strength inside of you blooms from the same cherry tree that was planted centuries ago by our shared ancestors. And if Midnight ever treats me poorly, you have my word on our family's honor. I will wield my katana and gut them like a fish. A tear rolls down from behind Oni's demonic mask. You sure you want to marry into this? The one last word of advice, my dear girl. The father stuff, don't forget it, but maybe stop focusing so specifically and obsessively on it. What he did, it was awful, but it was already done. Do something for yourself now. Just my 2 cents. Be well, Rin. I'll see you again soon. Let us go, servants. Clint, Denise, return me to the stables. I assume my dragon has been fed and tended to. Yes, sure. I swear this is still better than dealing with Trapper's dad. Sorry if I was disrespectful of your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. He seemed like a very special man. I realize I'll never measure up to someone like that. A warrior with a hell of
That's a lot to live up to. If you like your guts inside your body, after all.
Right. A warrior with a hell of a fashion sense. I mean, that mask. Don't worry, I would never expect you to, or want you to, really. If all I won was the biggest brute alive, I'd be down in Trapper's cave right now avoiding his vintage bear traps. But that's not the life I've imagined for myself. A sense of abstract duty, anger at a world changing around me, a lust for blood. There's no way to live. And yet, as you now know, this is the Yamaoka way of life. Forever I'm cursed to battle against the dragon that lives inside me, or at least, maybe I was until now. Call me the Dragon Tamer, baby. You haven't won this game yet, please don't ruin it. Sorry, I have no idea where that came from. I think we spent enough time in the lantern room, we should get back to the beach. The moonlight sets a romantic mood as the storm clouds roll in and surround the black lighthouse. You know, the sun might have set, but if we wait long enough it'll rise again. Oh, she took off her robe. She removes her sheer robe, showing you her strappy black bikini. Your pale skin glows under the light of the moon. Maybe you could help me get a head start applying tomorrow's sunscreen. Again? I mean, yeah, of course. Last time was, I definitely felt more connected to you afterwards. To be totally real with you, I kind of just asked you as a goof, but I really enjoyed it. Hi, Otto. I'm not cringe mythic! Jesus is the cringe one.
That was super cringe. This game really does know you.
I swear though, if you... Powered down. I swear that if you
OMG Spirit is hot AF.
I swear though, if you tell anyone about this, I will not be labeled a foot freak. Not that there is anything wrong with feet, it's just something about that kind of attention that gets people talking. What? Oh god. Why are we putting sunscreen on her feet?
Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy?
I love
Sorry.
your hands.
Mommy?
What the
Sorry.
fuck? It's gross. Green fine towel to wipe up your lotion hand screams, grabs you and pulls you. Oh god. Thank you for covering my face. Clouds cover the moon, you find yourself on the beach, a spirit in complete darkness. I am cringing. You feel the narrow straps of your... Oh god. Oh god. Ah! Lighthouse owls! Oh gosh. Ah! No, I'm not reading that. Oh god, we got a bloody glass shard. Chunk of broken glass is lodged in your shoulder when you pluck it from your skin and drips blood. Sorry, I think this got stuck in... Oh god. Here dries her fingers over the sharp end of the glass blade. Keep it, consider it a memento. I'm not reading that! I have plenty more where that came from. There's no way I'm reading that. You arrive at the beach to find Claudia and Dwight waiting for you. Now's the time, Midnight, to face your destiny. Actually, about that, Midnight, can we talk privately? Maybe not here, maybe someplace else would be better for this talk. You know how we feel about schedule, Spirit? Very strongly. You know how I feel about you telling me what to do. Don't do it. Like I said, I'd rather this talk with Midnight privately. It's not right to do in front of everyone. You know, from my experience in upper management, my father's mind, I learned that if you're going to fire someone, it's best to do it in public so they don't freak out. Please, enough the fire talk. Wait, you think? No, she couldn't be. They seem so in love. Well, I mean, not really. Spirit is still spirit. But I tried to imagine Spirit in love, I suppose. She hasn't attempted to murder Midnight yet, so... I'm not Scammer!
Rip.
I'm not reading that! That's gross! Okay, fine. Your guess is as good as mine, really. The girl is very hard to read. For advice, though, if you're gonna end it quickly. In my experience, the more pathetic the creature, the more annoying the final howls are. I don't need any advice. Everyone out except for Midnight. If someone say final howls, that's kind of my whole jam. I can stay, right? Especially you! Out! Lame. Alone with Spirit, you feel something awful hanging in the air. More awful even than the lingering smell of that Cleaver body spray. Ugh, that gag. I'm gagging. We're all gagging for Cleaver body spray. Rin, I don't know what you're planning on saying, but before you say anything, just know that I really, really enjoyed my time with you.
Where's the unsub button?
No unsub button! Getting to know you over the past few days helped me to get to know myself. For that, I just wanted to say thank you. That's sweet, you're welcome. And you know what? It's that kind of thing that shows me you've got a good heart inside you. Too good for me to carve out and toss into the ocean.
LMAO.
But also too good for me to love. I need someone who shares my interests, someone I can connect with, someone jaded and passionately driven forward by desire for revenge. I need someone who isn't so warm that I feel cold in comparison. I need someone who isn't you. No! No, Spirit! Before you finish, I just know if we're not friends, we'll probably become enemies and I will destroy you. Friends it is! I'm glad to have you here with me when I need you, but also not too close to you when I don't. So yeah, I'll see you around. Spirit starts to leave. Wait, what? That's it? That's how this ends? You're just leaving me here? I'm not trying to use the word ends, and for that matter, I wouldn't say that I'm leaving. But us, we're definitely through. In fact, the fact that you can't see that well just proves that we never really belonged together anyhow. Good night, Midnight. The hell, I just spent all this time on this island doing everything I can to get to know you, only to be told that I should just leave the job. What? I don't know what that means. Anyway, I said good night, Midnight. See you around. Jeez, I'm sorry. What a bummer. Why'd you keep saying she'll see me around? Gosh, I have no idea. She's been unlocked friends forever. So my precious killers lived happily ever after, as they should, learning to love themselves first and foremost. Well, trapped in a never-ending cycle of torture of my design. I just spoiled my true identity. You made it this far, you should probably know that. You'll have to play again to find out more. Goodbye, Midnight. See you again later, and again and again and again. Forever. What the fuck? I got the friend zone ending! What the fuck is this bullshit?